Hey everyone, this is Jaffe. Today another quick tutorial. Boy, I say that a lot. This one's on JavaScript. I'm been involved with JavaScript lately, and so I just thought I'd pass on my knowledge. This is for that annoying little box that you see that always pops up and floats across your screen on websites. It's annoying and everybody hates it, so I figured I'd show a whole bunch of people how to do it. And I um, will never ever put this into practice, but I hope many of you will, just to annoy the crap out of people. Kudos. So this is basically I just styled up a quick page really quick. A quick page really quick. Yeah. And this is it. So we have a couple boxes. This box right here is the one we're going to animate. It's going to float across the screen like this and then go back to its place. This is all done with just regular JavaScript, no libraries or anything like that. So I created a style sheet and linked to it, and then our blank script page where the JavaScript is going to go to, I linked that in there. So we've got an ID of call box. That's this box right here. So let's get started. No sense delaying. So we're going to create a variable called current position, and that is going to be set to 0. So the current position is going to be nothing. And we're going to create another variable, the interval handle. And let's see here. Let's start with the function here. This function is going to begin the animation process. So we'll call it begin animate, and we'll put it inside of its stuffies here. And we're going to get element by ID. And we're going to grab that callbox element. And we're going to give it a style, position. So we're basically affecting the CSS of the call box to make it move. So the CSS is going to make it move, and we do that through JavaScript. So position, we're going to give it an absolute positioning. That way we can control it exactly or absolutely. We're going to go ahead and grab it again. We're going to be doing lots of getting the elements up here. Oops, need that. Because we're doing it in a bunch of different... This is why libraries come in so handy, especially like jQuery and stuff, because you don't have to write so much code. But it's good to have a basis for JavaScript to understand what you're doing. So dot style left, this is going to give us this left position here, and we're going to equal that out to 0 pixels. And let's see, we're going to get it from the top. So get element by ID. Oops. Call box. Oops. Dot style dot top, and we'll give it 100 pixels. So this is when it begins animating. It's going to begin from 100 pixels down and all the way left 0. So it'll be about right here is where the starting point is going to be. And I am going to do one more thing just to make it look even better. I'm going to give it a box shadow. That way it looks like it's floating. And then we can give it the same kind of shortcut properties that you would in CSS. So 20 pixels, to the right 20 pixels down with a 20 pixel spread, and we'll give it this color here. And then we're going to give it the interval handle. This is inside the function, so we've got this variable up here, interval handle, and we're going to make that variable as a set interval, and we're going to tell it to animate box, and it's going to be every 5 thousandths of a second. It'll be very quick. And this is a variable or a function we haven't created yet, but we're about to. So hold on to your britches. So function animate box, and here we go for the animating of the box. So far nothing is happening because we haven't actually called any of these functions and methods. So to animate the box, we need to grab the current position variable, current pos, and we're going to add 1 pixel to it, and that's going to be plus 1 pixel every 5,000th of a second. It's going to move pretty quick. So document, we're going to grab that call box again, document dot get element by ID call box, and we're going to get it to move left, so style dot left is equal to the current position plus pixels. So we need to actually put the plus pixels, because otherwise it would just be plus 1, and JavaScript wouldn't understand that as moving it by 1 pixel. So we just add the pixels to the end of that 1. And let's give some if statements here. So if current position is greater than 900, then we're going to do this. That means if it's moved over more than 900 pixels, then we are going to basically reset everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all this stuff here that I've already made and put it inside this function, and I'm just going to take out everything that's in here. So we're going to reset everything back to 0, basically. And that is that. So the last thing we need to do is to call these. So we're going to do window.onload, which means once the browser window has loaded, we're going to call this function, and it's going to be a global function of set timeout, which is going to begin the animation, which is this function up here. And we're going to have it begin the animation 3 seconds after the page loads. Are you ready? 3 seconds after this page loads, this little sucker is going to go whoop. Here we go. And it reached 900 pixels and it got back over. Since I have my screen kind of cut in half here due to the recording, let's change this to 600 and refresh. In fact, let's change this to 1 second. That way we don't have to sit there and wait too long. Let's refresh. There's that box. There it is. You gotta love it. That's it, guys. Enjoy.